across and over to Glasgow in a humble little apartment owned by one, and I did save you for last because it's been so long since I've said it, and I really just want to dig in. Evan Kelmp.
Hell yeah.
We're back, baby.
Kelmp.
It's a little discreet apartment in a little plain building. Run of the mill, not too nice, not on the bad side of town, but just a little place tucked away that's just for you. And as we look in, we see a sight that I was forewarned is so serial killer adjacent that, you know what, we're gonna break convention here, and I'm going to ask you to describe what we see as we find Evan.
I'll take a second to describe it because Evan doesn't have anyone to talk to. So just being real, there's not a good.
We're back, baby. It's sad.
It's sad right away. There's just not an NPC.
This lighting? Come on now.
Come on now.
Remember the bright pastels? They're gone.
They're gone. Walk-up building, like old, pre-war building somewhere in Glasgow that has a top floor apartment. So many steps of a walk-up in like old rickety place. As Evan walks in, we see him, and he looks different. He has some belongings, which are, the last time we met him at the beginning, he had a shopping bag full of socks and underwear. And now he's got his backpack of holding from his ex. No longer has long hair because now he has the ability to get regular haircuts, which was why he had long hair in the past. And he got tired of trying new hair and clothing things and being made fun of, and it was too much for him to take. So he just has a uniform, which is sort of soft blacks on everything, like black jeans, black wingtip shoes, black t-shirt, black hoodie, black wool overcoat for the rain. And he comes in, you can see the only thing under his hoodie that's not a sort of soft, muted, nondescript black is his attendant uniform from the petrol station where he works. The room is completely barren, except for a Wi-Fi router and modem in the corner, and sort of horrifying shapes of tape marked with runes and writing that make just bizarre alien shapes that stretch from the floor to the ceiling and the ceiling up and above and everywhere around. And in the middle of the room, there is a small stand that plugs in, and there are a couple of cameras and motion sensors on the stand looking out around the apartment. And he finishes checking on his phone with a screen, which was his gift from Sam, finishes checking the security app to make sure that no motion or anyone was detected while he was away. And as he moves into the apartment, he immediately, in the quietness of this space, moves over to the counter where there's a small, strange shape, reaches into his backpack of holding, takes out a small Bluetooth speaker, puts it, and it fills a section of the tape shape. And as he takes his hand off, because it leaves his person, it suddenly has a shadow that fills the rest of the tape shape. All of the shapes are places to put things that he carries in his bag that as soon as he lets go of them, the shadow will fill up the rest of the space in the tape. So he takes the,
This is so good. What?
He has the speaker on kind of quiet, but immediately puts on a playlist of hype music, and then everything that he has is either disposable or tough, right? Shoes are tough, coat is tough, t-shirt disposable, socks disposable. I think he takes an air mattress and a little battery-powered motor to start filling up an air mattress, has a fitted sheet around it, it's a little like twin air mattress, and he goes to a corner and puts up a little Chimeron pennant that says, mess with the goat, get the horns.
You unpack your life and fill up your small space with the things that make this home, but you take it with you. Because even now, with all of the things you do and you've seen and the life you've made for yourself, it's really hard to drop the instincts that have kept you alive until now. Stay light, stay mobile, stay useful, Stay busy. You just got back from a shift at a petrol station. And 2 days before that, you were running errands for Dr. Boodle, running up to his spot with Stitchknit up at the Faroe Islands and moving things around to Iceland, communicating with Tunavik, or whatever's left of it. Why do you stay so busy? What do you think?
There's nothing pleasant in rest. I think that he has music playing almost right away when he gets home. The bed starts to inflate, takes out a very small screen that can fit through the opening of a backpack, takes out a console, loads up Fortnite.
Dude, let's go.
I got that Fortnite coin.
Dude, of course, you gotta spend that Fortnite
It would have been
coin.
embarrassing. It would have been but here's the thing: it's the first video game he ever played. Because he thought it would be rude not to play it, and now
Shit is free.
I think he has the music playing, he's playing the video game. Everything is quiet because he doesn't want to be a bad neighbor, and he doesn't want to be noticed, and he wants to have his wits about him. And I think that he will play Fortnite way, way late, and then when he can't physically stand the big overhead light anymore, because all the lights in the place are not, he doesn't have any standing lamps, it's all like the overhead, he'll get into his air mattress, and he has a sort of cheap blanket, but it's actually kind of nice to him, even though it's like, it's very puffy. It's made out of fake shit, but it's very puffy and cheap and nice. And it just has little goats on it, which has some farmyard animals. And as he goes to bed, he gets out his phone and will scroll like TikTok or Reels or something until the sun comes up.
And then you see, as you're pointing and waiting, a little wing waves from just outside of your view. And slowly, a little origami storm petrel peeks around, gives you a little head.
An origami storm petrel?
Yeah, it's like a little 7-inch bird that exists in the Faroe Islands. And when Dr. Bull, this is the thing you would know because you have stayed around. You stayed around Gowpenny.
Now who's got bird facts?
You think I was gonna show up to this season?
Yeah, you called ours birds.
Yeah.
You called his a storm petrel.
That's because Evan's the reason it is that bird. One of the first big, Evan, earliest convenience, got a project.
Evan folds up the bird and just writes, "On my way," and I think Evan immediately gets his whole life deflated, everything in the bag, the Wi-Fi thing and the cameras and motion sensors. He has compartmentalized those. Those aren't his belongings because he can't take them with him. Those live at the apartment. He puts everything back in the backpack and pulls out a long wooden rod and then the bristles of a push broom, screws the rod in, goggles, electronic compass, analog material compass, rain slicker on the broom, out the window.
It was not raining. I just want to be very clear about that.
I won't be able to change if it hits midair.
Fair enough.
Be ready, always be ready.
You take off, and as you go, the little bird that went to go take off and give the message back sees how quickly you followed and instead diverts and lands at the tip of your broom and will fly back with you.
I'll give it a little pat. Way to go, buddy.
And it just hunkers down, kind of gives you a look. You know what? Luck check. I'm just gonna say it. It rains.
Fucking knew it.
You get out over the open ocean and move through some squalls. Your bird stays safe, you stay safe, and you very quickly arrive where you all were headed.